Well, had to make an emergency trip to Walmart to get some wound care because somebody had an accident. On my way back home, we were going to record a video tonight, after dinner, and talk about Daisy, who is going to have another litter of puppies soon, sometime within the next week to 10 days. And we were going to show her off and talk about her, and it was going to be a great video, and we're still going to do that, but we kind of had to interrupt our flow a little bit because Daisy had an accident. So she's got a little cut on the top of her head, and it's right on the very top, so there's not many blood vessels there. She's not bleeding all over the place. She's acting fine, but it's big enough. We've got to take care of it. It can get infected, and I think that it's going to be a simple solution. Obviously, we're going to keep a close eye on her, and hopefully we don't have to take her to the vet. They make the perfect solution for this. I just had to go and find some. So when I get home, we're going to try this adhesive. It's special specifically for animals, for dogs. I looked online before I came to the store to see what our options were. They said not to use liquid adhesive that's made for humans, not to put Neosporin, some of the things we would normally think to do, and we can't just stick a band-aid on it. It's going to stick in her fur, and it's not going to patch the job up at all. So we're going to try this and see how it works. As soon as we get her taken care of, stick around and let's talk about her puppies. All right, for those of you that haven't seen her in our other videos, this is Daisy. Daisy, look here. Say hi. Daisy's nickname is Big Mama, which is funny because she's not big at all, except, well, she's big right now because she's going to be a mama. Come here, little daddy. Toby. She's also Big Mama because sitting down right next to her. Yeah, Toby. Hey, sit. Good boy. Because she's a lot bigger than little daddy over there. Toby is our Morkie. Daisy is our Shorky Poo, Shih Tzu, Yorkie Poodle mix. Daisy, look at me. All right, but I mentioned in the car we had to go because Daisy had an accident right on top of her head. There's a little cut there. And so we're going to try this stuff out. It is called Super Clot. I got it at Walmart. It says it stops bleeding, numbs pain, and disinfects. And of course, it's going to stick everything together because we can't put a Band-Aid on. So I'm going to get my cameraman to help me, and we're going to see how this works. Again, thank goodness it's a pretty bad little cut, but it's not. She's not bleeding all over the place. She doesn't seem to be in a lot of pain, which is good. She's handling it well. The directions here simply say external use only. That's what we've got. Apply liberally. Apply direct pressure to the wound to accelerate the clotting process. Consult your veterinarian if bleeding persists. We're not too worried about bleeding. I do want this to have a chance to grow back together as good as possible. Yeah, she's letting me touch it, and you're doing good. I got you a prize too if you do good and let me get this on you. It says liberally. Oof, 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 oof. I know. I can't see it, so you're gonna have to. It's supposed to numb it, so hopefully it's not stinging. She's not yelping. She's just twitching. Probably because you want more bacon. I'm not falling for that again.
It's probably cold.
Okay. Sit still. Okay, that's pretty liberally. Let's see if I can mush that in there. I don't want it to dry to my paper towel, though.
Baby.
You're doing so good, Daisy. You're doing so good. Just sit tight for me. I can't tell that it's I don't, okay, so stops bleeding, numbs pain, disinfects. I don't think this is designed to do what I thought it was going to do. I was thinking liquid Band-Aid, like stick it back together.
Yeah.
Clotting blood is not the same thing as adhesion. So since we realized the stuff that we got is not adhesive and it's not gonna hold the cut together, we can't put a butterfly bandage or something on her fur. Christy went to go try again, and we're gonna see if there's a pet version of a liquid Band-Aid. There's supposed to be. We'll see if we can find one. But I wanted to take a minute and just visit about Daisy Doodle. She is a sweetheart, and I'll put some pictures of her puppies from last time. She makes the cutest puppies. But I wanted to kind of tell her story a little bit. We weren't going to breed her this time. We were going to give her some time to rest, and things don't always go as planned. So we know exactly the day that she was bred on because it was Christmas Eve. And for Christmas Eve, since Christmas was on a Sunday, we had our Christmas on Saturday, Christmas Eve. We went over to my parents on Friday and stayed the night and woke up and had Santa Claus Saturday morning, and the girls specifically wanted to do that. We trade off and make sure the different grandparents get Christmas Day time, and this year was my parents, and the girls wanted to go the night before and camp out at Mimi's house and have Christmas Saturday morning, and then we would be home for church on Sunday. And so we don't take the doggies when we go on trips like that. They stay home, but they stay in the garage. We have a nice little kennel area that we can put them in. And they were going to be gone. We were going to be gone. They were going to be in there all night Friday night, and then during the day Saturday until we came home. And it's a little bit long for them to just be stuck. They need out, and they need to be checked on. And so my brother had to work overnight that night. And in the morning when he got off, he was driving over to have Christmas with us. And so I said, hey, it would be really easy if you don't mind. They'll make it all night just fine. They do all night, every night, just fine. And, not needing to go to the bathroom until in the morning. And I said, if you will just stop by the house after work, let them out, let them go to the bathroom, top off their food and water. They won't even have to make it a full day before we're back. Probably in time for dinner, we were expecting. And then we could let him out and everything would be fine. And that worked great. He was willing and able to do that. The problem was she was in heat, and we knew she was in heat. She has diapers that we put on her to keep them masked, quarantined, right? Separated, sort of. And the problem was that when we got home that day, her diaper had fallen off. And so all day long on Christmas Eve day, she wasn't protected. Now, part of the reason that we put them in the garage instead of letting them stay in the house, or one of them in the house and one of them in the garage, which would have helped ensure against that, was just because we didn't want to have an accident. We didn't want to come home and have poop and pee to clean up in case they couldn't make it the whole time. So it's kind of funny and ironic. The whole thing we were trying to avoid was having an accident, and what happened was having a much larger accident. The accident was, now she's pregnant again, but she is such a good mommy, and she makes the cutest little puppies ever. And so we are very soon going to have another batch of puppies. So when the time comes, we are going to record her little adventure and welcome our new puppies into the world. We will take care of them, and we'll have to find them some new homes. So Miss Daisy, maybe next time we don't have, as Bob Ross would say, a happy accident, and you're not bred until we're ready for you to be bred. But that's her little story. So here in just a minute, when Mommy gets back, we're going to try to finish patching up her little boo-boo. And then stay tuned, because very soon we will have a video of her having her puppies. Okay, Christy made it back. We got the right stuff this time, although I will say I'm glad we had the other stuff. This one wasn't bleeding bad, and so we didn't need the clotting necessarily. We'll have it for next time. But this was a disinfectant, which we needed since we can't put Neosporin on it. And it also numbed it. And while it was numbed, I actually got the scissors and went in and trimmed the hair around a little better. And she was fine to let me do that, because I was worried when we put the adhesive on, I don't want hair down in there to help it get infected. Now, I can't shave it, but I got a lot, and I think I did pretty good. We're going to try to finish patching her up real fast. The directions say gently clean and dry area. We did that, and it's had plenty of time to dry now. Shake well before using. Okay, is that well? That felt pretty well to me. And it says spray 4 to 6 inches from the affected area. Allow to dry for 1 to 3 minutes. It will completely dry to a non-sticky waterproof film. Okay, give it a couple of shots right on that cut, and let's see what happens. Okay, get it a little closer just to make sure. Okay, pump it a few more times. Okay, stop for a minute. Let's see. It's matting up her hair pretty good, but it's gonna do that. It's sticky spray. And we didn't stick your eyeballs shut. Just hold it and hang out for a second, please. It's just part of having animals. I'm just glad I'm not out in the middle of the field, in the middle of nowhere, doing this on a way bigger wound on a cow or something. I know ranchers have to do all sorts of stuff like that. This one is a pretty easy one, and Daisy's being a trooper. All right, she did really well. Let me see if I can get you. I got her treat out, and she's super excited for it. Look at that tail wagging. But she won't even let me record because she wants it so bad. All right, here you go. Nummy num. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, there it is. All you can really tell is that all you can really tell is that her hair's got some glop on it, but you can see the shape where it's stitched back together. We're going to have to keep a close eye on her, especially when she's outside, and not let her roll around in the dirt and play with our big dogs, which she loves to do. And give this a few days. Hopefully, before she has her puppies, this will be all mended up and a thing of the past. How about that, Daisy? What do you think about that, Miss Daisy? She says, I think I want more begging strips. Maybe later. Tell him bye-bye.